Dear students, I am Dr. Ganesan, Head Department of Economics, Yanadar Janayamal College, Sivagasi. Today, we are going to discuss about the first law of consumption called the law of diminishing marginal utility. So here, the law of diminishing marginal utility was originally given by H.H. Gozan, an Austrian economist, in the year 1854. Even though the law was given by Gaussen, but the credit goes to Marshall because Marshall only perfected and given the law in a clear-cut way and easy to understand by all the people. So the credit of law of diminishing marginal utility goes to Marshall. Here, the law of diminishing marginal utility is based on the characteristics of human wants. There are many characteristics of human wants. Already you are all well known about the characteristics of human wants. Human wants are unlimited, recurring in nature. We can't satisfy all the human wants at a time, and at the same time, human wants are satiable. So based on the human wants are satiable, these particular characteristics play a vital role in explaining the law of diminishing marginal utility. So now we see the exact definition given by Marshall regarding the law. In the words of Marshall, the law is the additional benefit which a person derives from a given increase of his stock of a thing diminishes with every increase in the stock that he already has. So this is the exact definition given by Marshall. So what the definition explains? The additional benefit derived or the additional utility we derived from the additional consumption goes on diminishing because human wants are satiable. Now I explain the law in a simple way. Here the law of diminishing marginal utility states that if a consumer continues to consume more and more units of the same commodity, its marginal utility diminishes. So here what you can remember is the consumer should consume the commodity without giving any gap. Continuously he can consume the commodity. At that time the consumption, that is the utility derived from the additional consumption, goes on diminishing. So additional utility derived from additional consumption goes on diminishing, that is called the marginal utility diminishes. So here the law clearly explains when a consumer is consuming an additional unit, at that time the utility derived from that particular additional unit diminishes. So here the marginal utility of a commodity depends upon the volume of stock possessed by him. So here the marginal utility or the marginal benefit, it depends upon the stock of a commodity which a consumer possesses. If a consumer is having lesser stock, at that time the additional unit will give more amount of benefit. And at the same time, suppose if a consumer is having more stock, at that time the additional commodity will provide lesser and lesser benefit or utility. For example, if a student who is having only one set of dress, it means every day he has to wash in the evening, that is after return from college, he has to wash the cloth, and in the morning, early morning, he has to iron the cloth because he is having only one set of dress. Suppose if he is getting an additional dress, suppose two, no need to wash daily. Or here at that time also the student or the boy, he has to wash the clothes daily. Suppose if he is having more than two, that is 3, 4 or 5 sets of clothes, at that time he won't give any importance to the dress. that is washing of dress, right? So in the same way, when your stock is less, you will give more importance and you will get more benefit or utility. When your stock is more, at that time the utility derived from the additional stock will goes on diminishing. So here, larger the stock, smaller is the utility derived from an additional unit of the commodity. Now here this law will be explained. The law of diminishing marginal utility will be explained with the help of a table. Here in the table we are having three columns. In the first column, number of apple, and the second column total utility, and the third column marginal utility. So here a consumer wants to consume 7 apple continuously without giving any time gap. So here at the time of consuming the first apple, what is that utility derived from the first apple means 20. So here the total utility as well as the marginal utility are one and the same. So if the consumer is consuming the second apple, at that time the utility derived from the second alone is 15, but the total utility derived is 35. And the consumer, if he consume third apple and he is getting 10 units of utility from the third alone. So it means the marginal utility, you can see the column, marginal utility column. Here the marginal utility goes on diminishing. It is from 20, 15, 10, 5 and so on. But here when the consumption of apple increases, the utility derived from the additional consumption or additional apple goes on diminishing. Here you can see at the time of consuming the 50 unit of apple, the utility derived from that will equal to 0. At that time the total utility is maximum. Total utility is maximum at 50. Even after attaining the maximum total utility, if a consumer is consuming an additional unit, at that time the additional benefit derived from that additional consumption will be a negative. So here if a consumer is consuming 6 unit of apple, at that time the marginal utility derived from that particular unit is equal to -5, and here the total utility starts diminishes. So here you can remember when the consumer goes on consuming, the marginal utility derived from that additional consumption diminishes. When the consumer attains, when the marginal utility of a consumer is 0, at that time the total utility is maximum. And when the marginal utility is negative, at that time the total utility starts diminishes. Here you can remember the total utility goes on increasing but at a diminishing rate. The marginal utility goes on diminishing. When marginal utility becomes 0, total utility is maximum, and when marginal utility becomes negative, total utility diminishes. So here these are the 4 important points you can remember at the time of studying the law of diminishing marginal utility. Number 1, the total utility goes on increasing but at a diminishing rate. Second thing, marginal utility goes on diminishes. And number 3, when the marginal utility becomes 0, the total utility maximum. When the marginal utility becomes negative, the total utility diminishes. Now this concept will be explained with the help of a diagram. In our diagram, the x-axis we have taken consumption of apple, and in the y-axis we have taken marginal utility. MU is the marginal utility curve. It slopes downward from left to right. So here the marginal utility curve slopes downward from left to right, which shows that the stock of a commodity increased, the marginal utility diminishes. For example, in the exercise we have taken apple. If you move from apple 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, the marginal utility derived from that apple will be diminishes. So here the law is having some assumptions. With the help of assumptions only we can explain the law of diminishing marginal utility. What are the assumptions? Number 1, cardinal utility. Here according to Marshall, utility can be measured in terms of cardinal numbers. Number 2, the constant marginal utility of money. Here Marshall assumed that there is no change in the marginal utility of money. The marginal utility of money remains constant. And number 3, rational consumer. The consumer should be a rational one. He should go along with all consumers in the market. When a consumer is consuming, when a consumer is demanding more at a lesser price and less at a higher price, according to that he can move. So the consumer should be a rational consumer. And reasonable units. The consumer should consume a reasonable units of a particular commodity. And homogeneity is here. The commodities are homogeneity in nature in terms of weight, shape, color, taste and other things. Then period of consumption. Here there is no time gap should be given. Here continuously the consumer should consume the commodity. And the character of the consumer. Here the habits and the preferences of the consumer remains constant. So these are the points you can take it for the assumptions of law of diminishing marginal utility. Law of diminishing marginal utility. Then what are the criticism leveled against? Here all the what are the assumptions we have made that we can criticize? So here according to Marshall, the utility can be measured in terms of cardinal numbers, but the economists, many economists, they have criticized that utility cannot be measured in terms of cardinal numbers because it is not an objective phenomenon, it is a subjective phenomenon. Then number 2, based on the unrealistic assumptions like homogeneity and rational consumer and constant marginal utility of money. So Marshall assumed that the product should be a homogeneity one and consumer should be a rational consumer and the constant marginal utility of money should be remains constant, but all these assumptions are unrealistic in the real world. The law of diminishing marginal utility has some exceptions. Number 1, hobbies. If a person who is playing cricket, how many hours he is playing, it doesn't matter. Even if he play throughout the day, he will enjoy the playing cricket. The same we take into account of drunkards. When the person who is consuming liquor, he is consuming additional, he get more amount of satisfaction and enjoyment. And misers, the person who is saving more money without making any consumption, even though he is having a lump sum amount of money in the hand, even at that time he won't satisfied, he make again savings. Then the music and poetry, the person who is listening music and the person who is writing poet or reading poet or listening music, he won't get any dissatisfaction against that. And the person who is having reading habit, continuously a person who is due to read when he is having more reading habit and other things. So these are the things which are all comes under the exceptions to the law. Dear friends, I think you have very clearly understand about the law of diminishing marginal utility, that is the Carson's first law of consumption. You can see the video and enjoy the lesson. Thank you friends.